This is one of those messages I could not wait to bring out there, okay? So, and by the way, my name is Ishmael, and if you're watching me for the first time, and welcome to today's video. This is one message that is going to be an eye-opener, and it's going to talk to somebody. Hallelujah, because this is real. I consider this message also a revelation, because it's not something which most people know or realize, but it's just something just came. As I was talking with my niece, we got to a point where we realized we were recalling one of the people that I tried to have a relationship with. And this lady, it got to a point where I was this close to even I think that time I would have even married her, because I felt like, yeah, she was everything I ever wanted. So the funny thing is, like, she began messing up and ended up living my life at the time where things were starting to look up. And what made it to be more fun is because I happened to bump into a picture of a new guy, and it did appear as if, like, I remember that time, it didn't take long because I ended up seeing pictures of the new guy. And all to find that that guy is like a drunkard, someone who smokes weed, oh my gosh. That's the thing. That's how bad it was. So those are the things, of course, when you're going through a breakup, especially when you love somebody, you were serious about somebody, you will share with people who are close to you. So I got to share with my niece. So it got to a point where one of these days we got to recall, like, the things of the past. Then we discussed, and then she mentioned something. It was like, well, it's like the devil. The moment she was with because that guy looks like his mess, you know what I'm saying? And normally we know that women, they prefer someone who's financially stable, who can take care of them, who's a good person, but when it's someone who's some sort of a junkie, no one wants to go there. Or am I wrong, ladies? So that's the thing. So that made me to realize something very powerful and very important. And that's when we started talking about it. We're like, it seems like money does not love her. Yes, she gave an example, like, money does not love her because look at how your life is, bro. That's what she said to me. She usually likes calling me bro. And look at that guy, like, there's a huge gap between you guys. And I think this lady at the time, she felt like she was doing the right thing, but look at how. Then I got to recall, that's when I started telling her. I was like, yeah, and I remember her background. She was someone who was coming from a bad background. And I think being with me, it would have been a good thing, because in the first place, I can't believe that she did really love me in the beginning. And so she would have had a man she loves, someone who's even financially stable, who's a Christian, does not, someone who would take good care of her. Then that's when we started talking that, you know what, this is happening to most Christians. She's not the only one. This is very common to even all of us, even including myself. One of the ways, it's not like you don't, I've been trying to communicate this, in the past. Like, just that sometimes maybe if you don't have a full revelation, you can't say it all. But I've been trying to put it out there that the enemy has different ways in which he delays people from getting married. One of the ways is this. Sometimes you might find that you become too picky. Or maybe the person whom you really want so bad, they don't want you back. But you find that someone who's ordained for you, you feel like, oh no, at the moment you don't feel too much attracted, that you lose interest. But without knowing that, even if you had given it a shot, you would have loved that person. You would have realized this person is actually a good person. There are a lot of people who are married now who would say, in the beginning, I was not in love with him. But eventually I realized, he's such an amazing man, and now I'm so in love with him. That's what they will say. So listen, I was like, I think one of the ways is this. This is a cycle as well as a curse. The devil, remember, he does not, when he puts poverty in a family, for instance, or he puts that you should never get married. It's not a thing that the enemy is only focusing on, that don't bump into someone whom you love, you get in a relationship with, and you get what I'm saying? And then the moment you bump into someone nice, that's it. The enemy will fight to an extent where he will make you to lose interest, not to miss out from those good things. Just like that lady, she pulled out. At the time, I was like, most women, usually I would commonly hear ladies saying, They wouldn't want a broke man, one of the commonest things. But some ladies will say, at least he should have a potential. You get what I'm saying? And I was like, in my case, it was no longer a matter of me having a potential. I was like, this lady, she's been with me when things were hard. And now when things started to pick up, she was there. But now when things are picking up, that's when she messes up. I was like, no, this could be the devil. Because many women would have sticked longer because seeing what you are getting. And then she gave an example because at the time, fortunately, I bumped into like this other lady. And this lady, she seemed to be a good Christian and all. That's when it got to a point where I was like, oh, maybe this lady, she could potentially be the one. So we mentioned that about that lady. We're like, oh, I guess that lady, she's the one whom money loves her. That's how my niece put it. That's when I was like, I guess to her, she does not have a curse, or she has that fortunate part of good things. She attracts good things because she came at a time where my life is looking up. Then that person is getting out, and people now, that's why I even told you, there came a point where like I would just even say like I can tell even the attention that I kept getting to show that the women, they do see those things that, oh, this man, wow, this is a man that I should be with. This is a man I would kill to be with. You know what I'm saying? But someone could not see that while they are there. So that what is happening here? I'm telling somebody here that be careful, okay? Look deeper into your life. Things that deceive us are very minor. Even being picky. You can see a very beautiful lady as a man, and I just start to feel like, You just feel like you can find something better while there's nothing better. And later, and your eyes will most probably or most likely open up when now that person is no longer interested. When they have moved on, that's how messy it can be. That's how the devil can be, just to hurt you. You bump into someone good. Haven't you heard of a thing called regret? And then now you mess up, you get out of their life. Tell me, if that, I don't know how far is their thing so far, but I believe most likely that lady, if she still stalks me on social media, she does see my life and be like, oh, and if that guy is messing up, tell me. And if indeed he's still a drunkard and all those things, are you to say that she's not regretting big time? She's not seeing that she messed up. And myself, I have moved on, like for real. You get what I'm saying? And in her life, you know what's going to happen? If she's to never ever find a good man, that's what makes somebody to be like, oh my gosh, I messed up big time. God had given me somebody good, but she messed up. And at the time, she did not feel like she's messing up. At the time, you feel like you're doing the right thing. You feel like you are right. But it's only time that's going to tell you that you're wrong. I've gotten also to a place, I've once shared this, I think twice. Now this could be the third time, if I'm counting correctly. There came a time when a lady was interested in me, but at the time I was still in the university. I was not interested in that lady, though we became friends. But the following year, she started even looking more beautiful. And to the point where I was attracted to her. But at that time, she was no longer into me. And it stayed like that up until we never ever dated. Although I could see this is a nice lady, she goes to church, I never saw her drinking, but at that time I could not see those good qualities. That's how bad it can be. That's how the enemy deceives us. Unless, of course, there are times in which sometimes you don't, of course, you find that person appears to be good while they are bad. Then it's not always wrong, but that's also one of the major weapons that the enemy is using against us. And this is a message for you today, that a lot of time he has sent good people your way. God has sent me to many very good women, and I would see that they are not into me. And I could tell that, I would say like, only if she would say yes, I would even marry this lady. I would value this lady. She's a Christian, I'm a Christian, she looks good, why can't she? And today when I look at them, nothing is going well. Their love life especially. You can still see the person whom they were attracted to, it didn't work out and stuff. And to me, I know my heart, isn't it? I know how serious I was. And if these ladies are busy praying that God give us someone nice, because there comes a time I heard some people making fun of it, that ladies now when they're in their 30s or late 30s or mid 30s, they start to even pray to an extent where they'll be like, Lord, just anything, just give me anything. I don't care. You no longer become picky when it comes to men, that you must be like this, and this. You just want any man that's gonna take care of you. That's all. You're no longer picky. But at that age, on your early 20s, I have options, blah 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 blah. So that's the thing here. I believe I even have friends who are deep Christians. They've been with one approached women who seem to be devoted, but those ladies were not interested. And I was like, oh my gosh, these same ladies are crying today, but a good man came to her. And it's not like he's bad looking or whatsoever. So that's what kills us at the end of the day as Christians. That's what destroys our marital breakthroughs. Listen, the enemy is busy plotting. We also have to be smart and find a reason why are you saying no at that person. Is it really valid, or you're just being picky? Why? Unless if it's something very, very real that you see that you know, this I can never get used to, then that's reasonable. But some of the situations, you just have to sit down and beat yourself up and discipline yourself. And you realize that, you know what, I was just being ridiculous. This is a very good person. This is a very lovable person. You know, I remember even my sister, you know her, like, she used to say that she won't get married to a teacher. But finally, as life in her 30s, she got married to a teacher, you know, and she feels happy and is a good man and all those things. So that's what I'm trying to tell you, that at that time, I'm sure if she bumped to a teacher, she would say, no. Until life humbled her and she realized, you know, I should have done this, made this decision a long time ago. And of course, that's what I wanted to share with you today. The enemy is blocking our ways. I feel like I can even say more. Maybe I'll make another video. If you enjoyed it, please like it, okay? Subscribe as well as hit the notification bell so you know every time I upload new videos like this. And for prayer requests and spiritual advices, DM me on my Instagram or email me. The details are on the description of the video below. And as for me, Ishmael and your priest, I will see you in the next video upload. Take care and stay blessed.